Welcome to Shore Fishing Films, everybody. Ryan and I are up at the Bristol channel after some cod, hopefully, or thornback rays, or a big whiting. Ryan's currently sorting out our gear for us, just get it ready. We're only fishing with one rod, up and over and pulley rigs. We're going to use lugworm today for bait because we are targeting the cod. We did catch the thornbacks on the lug up here as well, so that'd be good, hopefully. We're actually in the Southwest Sea Baits 4 species competition. So that's a cod, a thornback ray, a whiting and a flounder. Now we've been floundering. It's not our forte, unfortunately, but we will get there. We will catch one and we will weigh one in. So it's a beautiful day. There's absolutely no wind. It's quite misty over the top and we're in the Minehead area on these lovely boulders. Love these boulders, they're great. When we get onto the sand we'll start fishing and then we should get 2 hours out and probably an hour and a half back in again. Probably fish up onto the boulders like we did for the rays in the last series. So we'll get on with it. We'll get our lug out, we'll do a bit of video, as hopefully we'll catch some fish and all. See you in a minute. Right, got some nice juicy lugworms. Some small ones, some big ones. We've also got some nice juicy rag. So we're going to put on a few lug and a nice juicy rag on the end to tip it off. Ugh, explodey. I think the minimum size for a codling in this competition is, I think it's £3. I'll have to double check. You can do record and release as long as you get it all correct. We took these rag floundering actually. That was nearly a week ago and they've been living in the fridge ever since next to the butter. There's not been any O's in the butter, so the wife is happy. Put them all down, let's just slide a small look down the top there. Make sure it's all nice and bunched up, nice and juicy. Wrap that around a few times. To the top of the bait there. There we go. Trying to keep your bait compact is quite important because you don't want the cod or fish taking the middle of the bait. You want them to take the whole thing. So that's Ryan's, that's going out on her up and over. Get them out to sea, I'll bait mine up and off we go, and then we'll get 2 more rigs out and we'll bait them ready to launch as soon as we get one in. That's gone slack, Ryan. gone red. It's not the type of ray we wanted, but caught that one on just ragworm. And going on what we've had in the past, that's about 2.5 pounds. Ah, beautiful fish to catch. Get him back in, eh? Lovely. Put him back. Put it out to the stones so we don't fall over. Got a fish. The whiting. Uh-oh. You stuck. That's a big whiting. That's not a bad size whiting that actually, right? Well, just an update. Ryan's missed one. That was a nice slack line bite. I wonder if that was a cobbling, decent whiting, something like that. We're both getting little knocks again now. They seem to love the lugworm tipped off with the big rag. We're going to try that. We might actually try some razorfish. We've never tried it here before, but we might try it and see what happens. So that's a quick update on what's going on with us at the moment, but here's a better update. Steve and I went up to Chesil Beach. And we just fished there for a few hours. I was actually working in the area, and Steve met me there, and we was fishing away, trying for a cod again. We didn't have much on the way of bait. We just had flat lug. We had a few normal lug, blow lug, and some squid, and caught some decent whiting. They weren't big enough to weigh for the competition. Steve's not in the competition, it's just me, Ryan, and we're trying it. But I ended up with a lovely sole, and as you can see, it was massive. I've never had a sole myself before. Steve's had sole before, he won a competition with one, but I was well surprised to get it in. It was massive. I put it on the Sea Angler Facebook page as well. It's also a club record for the club that I fish for. So that was good. It was £2, and compared to the size of my hand, it was a really good fish. So I was well happy with that. But as you can see on this little bit of video that I'm showing you now, we were catching decent sized whiting. They were just under £1, which is not bad for a whiting. But the conger, they were grabbing them and eating them. It was amazing. And so we tried a little bit of live baiting, but we could only catch a conger with one. So I don't know, there's so many congers around at the moment. It's unbelievable, but just thought you'd enjoy watching that. Hopefully it might make a picture in the Sea Angler. Yay. Anyway, we're going to get on with this and see how we get on. Got something? I've got a whiting! Not a very big whiting, but it's a fish. Well, an update. We're currently still fishing, getting out some really decent lug baits. There's about 4 or 5 decent blow lug on there. I'm sending these out in the tide line that you can clearly see out in the sea now, using up and over rigs. So it's on a slider, it's on a slider like a running ledger, to a swivel, and then you trace down to your bait, and up the top here This goes for one of these Gemini Genie clips. We use the ones with the, I don't know if you can see that actually, with the bigger end on it, with the bigger tag. And that allows the line to clip over the top there. Works perfectly in big strong tides, things like that for rays and cod and all kinds of stuff. It fishes it flat on the floor. So, as you can see probably behind me now, the tide is coming up to the rocks. Normally we sort of call it a day. It's not a massive tide today. But what we're going to do, because the tide isn't pushing in too fast, we're going to crawl back up onto these boulders. We found a patch of sand that goes straight out. So as long as we reel in through that, we should get it back in for a few casts yet. And we're going to see what's going on. The only a big bumblebee. The only cod bite that we've had was Ryen. A couple of pull downs and a nice slack line. That is normally classed as what we class as a cod bite. But nothing on the end, unfortunately. But we'll keep fishing and see what happens.
Oh, it's not. Yeah, it is. No, it's not.
That's a white.
Ah.
Well, as another kayaker disappears into the distance, we're finishing. This is going to be, well, we've got enough for one more cast. We're gonna have that. We've got two decent lug baits out at the moment. We're getting bites. Don't seem to be hooking anything again at the moment. I think it's whiting just ripping the baits apart. So if we get something else, we'll give you a shout. If you don't, we'll see you next time. Tight lines, everybody. It's been a great day. I hope you'll catch lots of fish. See you soon.